Hello, my name's Louise. It's lesson 45, year 2 phonics. We're up to our weekly review. We're going to start with our grapheme deck. I'd like you to say the phoneme graphemes as soon as they come up. Let's go. Ooh. S. J. I. Air. Ah. Or. D. T. D. Or. O. Or. J. Or. Ch. Sh. Oi. Well done. Grapheme deck complete. So let's do our learning intention. So today we are going to use these two graphemes, WR, and just single letter R, to represent the phoneme R. And also we're revising those suffixes, our ed, ing, es and s. Bit of revision today. First thing we need to do is get our dictation done. So you're going to need your pencil and paper ready. And remember, I will say the sentence in full, then I'll repeat it, then I'll scoop some of the words and phrases. At any time I go like that, you can pause to give yourself enough time to get your writing done. Are you ready? Pencil, paper. Remembering we need full stops, capitals. Now there is an apostrophe today too, and it's that ownership apostrophe. So someone owns something, it belongs to them. So I'll give you a hint when that comes up. Here's your sentence. Ready to listen first. The wriggling snake wrapped around the wrangler's stick. Repeat it. The wriggling snake wrapped around the wrangler's stick. Get ready to write now. Pause when you need time to complete your writing. First scoop. The wriggling snake. Wrapped around. The wrangler's stick. Okay, I'm going to read through the sentence. You track and follow along with your writing now to make sure you've included all the words. This is the time where you can check that punctuation. Remember, someone has something, belongs to something here, so you need that ownership apostrophe. So read through your writing as I say. The wriggling snake wrapped around the wrangler's stick. Excellent. Time to check our work. Did our sentence today remind you of the picture we showed right at lesson 41 of the snake wrapping itself around the wrangler's stick? Can you build that mental picture in your mind? Okay, let's come through and check our work. The, capital letter please. Look up, screen, look down to your page, check that it's there. Wriggling, spelling. Wriggling snake, wrapped. Now check you have WR spelling, and it is one of our doubling rules before that suffix. ed, check your work. Around the wrangler's stick. Now, whose stick is it? It's the wrangler's stick. So you need to make sure you have included that ownership apostrophe. Okay, wranglers is also WR spelling and apostrophe S, stick, closing out with our full stop. Okay, well done. Now it's time to go on to our reading passage for today. So our reading passage today is a narrative. It's a narrative. It involves a car that needs repairing. It also includes the word gloomy. So gloomy, what comes to your mind when I say that? Gloomy is kind of when the weather is dismal and dark. So try to imagine that. I'm actually looking out a window right now and the weather is quite dismal and gloomy. When we are reading today, we'll practice our echo reading again. Listen to me the first time. The second read through, I will scoop the phrases and you echo back at me. What's really important? You need to have expression in your voice. So using that expression, we'll read the text together echoing. Then you can pause and you'll read it by yourself a couple of times. So listen first and read along with me. The weather was dismal, so Robin was carefully driving home in the heavy rain. While attempting to park the car, she accidentally crashed into a wheelbarrow, which was left in the wrong place. The front of the car was wrecked, and she had to wriggle behind the broken wheel to investigate. All the wrenches Robin tried were the wrong size to wrap around the bolt and repair the damage. Her wrist became stuck and she felt like her wet, wrinkly fingers were in a wringer. She wrenched her wrist free and writhed in agony. She wrapped her wrist in her shirt and decided the car repairs would have to wait until tomorrow. Poor Robin. What did you think about as we were reading that text? Did you notice lots of words that had the WR spelling of R? Did you notice that they were twisty, bendy, distorting words? Can you spot any of those suffixes that we are revising today? Okay. Are you starting to build that mental picture in your mind of what events are taking place at what time for Robin? Let's read again. This time it's echo. So I will pause, giving you enough time to repeat my phrasing with lots of expression. Let's go. The weather was dismal. So Robin was carefully driving home in the heavy rain. While attempting to park the car, she accidentally crashed into a wheelbarrow which was left in the wrong place. The front of the car was wrecked, and she had to wriggle behind the broken wheel to investigate. All the wrenches Robin tried were the wrong size to wrap around the bolt and repair the damage. Her wrist became stuck and she felt like her wet, wrinkly fingers were in a wringer. She wrenched her wrist free and writhed in agony. She wrapped her wrist in her shirt and decided the car repairs would have to wait until tomorrow. Great echo reading. Echo reading is really good for our brain because we're hearing what we need to say. Our eyes are tracking along and reading the words, which gives us enough time for our brains to make a picture in our mind. And we're practicing our expression. So what are you picturing? What are you picturing in your mind? Let's think about this phrase here. She felt like her wet, wrinkly fingers were in a wringer. What does that make you think of? Do you think back to your independent activity? There was a picture of a wringer. Remember, a wringer is a machine that has two rollers that really squeeze, the liquid out of things. So it's like her fingers were stuck in there. That would hurt. She would be in agony. And do you wriggle just a little bit when you're in agony? What did she do? She writhed in agony. So she's in a lot of pain. So then what did she do? She wrapped up her hand and I'm not doing any more repairs today. They're going to have to wait till tomorrow. Those repairs are going to have to wait. So, your task now. You are going to read this passage at least 3 times yourself. Remember to read the first couple of times out loud, and then the last time you can read in your head. So, pause the video and read 3 times. Okay, so this week we were revising lots of suffixes that we've previously learned. We were also using these 2 graphemes to represent the phoneme R. And the last thing before we go is your independent task for today. Your independent task is a what next. So on the screen now, you'll see a slide of what to do. You need to read this, think about what happens next for Robin, and write another paragraph about what happens next in this story and illustrate your paragraph. Thanks for your great echo reading today. Great participation. I'll see you next time.